We go to a primetime news follow-up now. Environmental watchdog Jamaica Environment Trust JET is weighing in this evening on the air pollution which is making residents in Southeast St. Elizabeth sick. Now, yesterday we reported that more than 30 residents have been diagnosed with respiratory conditions as a result of the dust coming from the JISCO Alpart refinery. Well, our reporter Andrew Laidley has been tracking this story. Now, Andrew, you've been speaking to the CEO of JET. What can you tell us?
Well, the CEO of JET, Ms. Susan Stanley, is saying that the issues down there is really bad. She's saying that there are real issues that needs to be dealt with, and she also expressed to me that there are cases, that it appears to be cases where the government is acting in favor of big business instead of the health of the actual people of Jamaica. 3 years ago, Chinese firm JISCO and Iron and Steel Company JISCO took over operations of Jamaica's largest alumina plant. Now, since then, Jamaica has benefited from the economic boost that the plant has brought. But while business is booming here, residents in and around the area say they are suffering.
What exactly are the citizens breathing in?
That's the question on everyone's mind. For the residents of Southeast St. Elizabeth, the answer is clear.
We are dying. It is killing us.
It's spoil the water in the tank. It's spoil the water in the parish tank. No, nobody now bring back no water council. You have a black drum and you have to empty out the water already. They now bring back no water, come full back your black drum gear. They now bring back no water country in your tank.
CEO of JET, Susan Stanley, says the residents are worried about the dust they can't see, but she notes that there's an invisible threat which could be even more damaging.
And you know, the dust that they speak of, the dust that you see is of course a problem, but it is the things that you don't see in the air that are even more concerning. Those little small particles that are getting into your lungs and the constituents of those particles.
Ms. Stanley has also questioned the National Environment and Planning Agency's ability to hold JISCO accountable.
It's one thing to know that there is something that is affecting the citizens, but it is also about the state taking action against the industry to say, you know, you are not operating within the conditions of your permit.
She says JET will be launching its own investigation into the latest environmental issues caused by JISCO. Now, moments ago, I met with officials at the National Environment and Planning Agency, NEPA, about the situation with air pollution in Southeast St. Elizabeth. They told me that NEPA has served JISCO with 15 enforcement instruments since the company took over operations in 2016.
What we know is that we have issues, long-standing issues that JISCO inherited, and we have some issues created by JISCO itself that we have to work with them to get resolved. As I've said, we have served them enforcement instrument in a number of areas.
I also quizzed the manager of the Air Quality Management Branch at NEPA, Fiona Lewis, about the comparative air conditions before and after JISCO started operations. She told me that the air quality report is showing that the air is less polluted now than it was when the Alpart refinery was down, which is a period which spanned about 10 years. She explained that there was a dry spell in the area during the downtime, which resulted in more dust being blown into the nearby communities. Now, since there wasn't any operations at the plant, the dust issues escalated. Now, Mr. Knight told me that as a regulating agency, NEPA is not easing up on JISCO and will continue to demand compliance.
There is an effort on JISCO's part to comply. But you know that we have to be mindful that when there are issues that arise, the National Environment and Planning Agency is going to be held accountable. So, you know, having good relations is different from getting compliance.